is a commonwealth for the entire world. Now, without what I go say, family, good afternoon and welcome to the first edition of the program Focus on Children for this week. Focus on Children, a news and current affairs program where they deal with cross-cutting issues we get for deal with speaking them welfare and development. Inside the program today, we go deal with the topic youth leading the way for sustainable development. And we will begin come tonight. Today edition of the program. Your name Natene Kagbo. Inside the program today, we get the public relations manager of youth leadership and advocacy winner, Edochi Abubakar Mansari. Good afternoon, Abubakar, and welcome to the program Focus on Children.
All right, good afternoon, Tene Kagbo. Me na go Edochi Abubakar Mansari. I represent youth leadership and advocacy, and me serve as a public relations manager.
All right, thank you very much, and continue for day with me. Well, Fumble inside the program also. We get we are broadcasters and we come for maybe we can talk on the topic youth leading the way for sustainable development. Good afternoon, Usman Mara, and welcome to the program Focus on Children.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
All right, and lastly we get Muhammad Masakoy, Ambassador he for she. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Fumble.
All right, I want to continue for day with me. Fumble inside the program today. We get different segments. We go get talk corner, we go make up of sports messages and skits, and we will get short music break. And for sending text message to the number 031539432. 031539432 now the number that we go call and be part of today's program or send a text message. My name again Tenekago. Family, welcome again. We go take with first segment inside the program. We in a message on make we lay the foundation for picking them inside Mama Saloon.
Mr. Skills on a mission.
Salon now we country. If we pull am, now we go suffer. And if we do the right thing, we go make we all better. Now we safe go enjoy and gladdy. So, wanna make we lay the foundation for we picking them today and safe tomorrow.
Sweet him, sweet him, sweet him, sweet him.
All right, family, welcome back. Indeed, Salon in better one day now we all. And if you pull now we safe goes feel the pinch of family. And welcome again the program that focus on children. Well, youth leadership and advocacy in a young group, also young people, and they come together for do something go impactful na society as a whole. Well, for make we know more because our first thing is for make we get them for know the things that we then don't do and the involvement. Well, welcome again, Edochi Abubakar Mansari, the public relation for this wonderful organization. As I tell family, say this now young people, and from the name itself, you're gonna say this now organization usai of focus or usai young people and day. So for make you tell we and family way the listen over to you, Abubakar.
All right, thank you, moderator. The YLA winner youth leadership and advocacy, a youth-led organization. But first things first, a non-political, non-regional, and non-ethnical organization with the executive director Mohamed Aras Barry, a young person we get the vision for give the platform to young people then for let them maximize their fullest potential. So we register with the government of Sierra Leone through the National Youth Commission, and we focus area now for create the platform for let young people then thrive, and also what we do we try as hard as possible for make we shape the mindset of young people them in Sierra Leone. And we came into existence in 2020, and in the same 2020 we launched the organization at the AfriCell American Corner, where we get host of statesmen and a host of stakeholders where we grace the occasion. So in totality or in summary, we now a youth-led organization where they create the platform for young people then for letting see their fullest potentials, and also we try as hard as possible for make we change and help government for change the mindsets of young people in Sierra Leone and elsewhere.
All right. The question will come to my mind. People get different things. Them area of focus. Today see person go focus on the organization, but woman another, but speaking them, but owner as an organization. Why youth or why young people?
Yes, you the meant to understand. Say the world gets about 1.8 billion young people, and in as much as the world gets 1.8 billion young people, you find out say we get 13% of the world population. So and Sierra Leone, when a developing country, get high rate of young people that we fall from the age of 15 to 35 years, we the class as young people under the Sierra Leone Charter of definition of young people. So why make we the focus specifically on youth now? Because now young, anytime we something hazardous happen in the country, one of the set of people that will serve as the victims are young people. So we decide as an organization, say we will focus area now for young people. Then follow we give young people then the platform, the trajectory for make a change and for make they also maintain stability in Sierra Leone. Because over the years, if you find out, say many organizations they preach for women inclusion, we have to do that because we know, let's say this is not male dominance, we say young people, youth, so it cuts across. We also try as hard as possible for preach gender parity and equality in Sierra Leone. So we believe say young people that get the driving force. We believe say young people that get the wherewithal for change the trajectory in Sierra Leone. We believe say for every state for thrive, the power, all this responsibility rests squarely on the shoulders of young people. We believe say Sierra Leone and the world cannot become which we they anticipate for if we not give young people them the platform for thrive and the platform for showcase the potentials we then get in them. So in nutshell, why young people? Now because we feel say a country cannot thrive or nation cannot thrive without giving young people then the platform, without giving the young people then the opportunity for show within they get the innate qualities. So now that make me the focus on young people.
All right, thank you very much. Before we come to Muhammad and that of Usman, I would like to get you inside because mostly when I can get young people inside the studio, I can ask them the question. What's my definition of young people inside Sierra Leone? One man go say, well, young people them this now the people them when they say it's fair when they say rally now the people them so like if I can ask you the question, how you could define young people inside Sierra Leone, Edochie?
Well, the definition of young people cuts across different mentality and different school of thought. Some people can say young people start from the transition between childhood and adulthood. So yes, that's a very clear-cut definition for young people. And if you ask the UN, they will tell you say between the age bracket of 12 or 13 to 25 years or 35 years, as it can varies from countries to countries or from nations to nations. So basically, we not get clear-cut definition of young people. We just believe say young people. Now that young person, we get a sanitized and refined mindset for create change in society and for create change in an environment. Of course, we don't get cases where young people they don't negatively tag young people for being perpetrators of violence. Yeah. But I tell you what, they're not a young people, because any young people where they carry out violence, not a young person, now a young man or a young woman with an older folks mentality. You get the point? Because wars or violence are created by young people, by older folks for young people to orchestrate them. You get the point? But a young person is somebody where they between the transition period from childhood to adulthood. Now that we believe say now the definition for young person.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Framble, if you just tune in, remember say the program that focus on children and you get on a kids get 102.9 FM and the voice we just listened to now Edochie Abubakar Mansiri, we're the public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy. Well, for shock on all, we all know you say now inside 2020 this organization they operate and I did the launch and they get a 3 days training and conference we get for the on the leadership, politics and good governance. One for ask the question if really now young people in that salon with the talk about so. Well, the answer could be yes. The young people in the salon, not to foreigner them, they come up with this particular stuff here. Well, we will come over to you more for kind of more about on a program. But first of all, I will come over to you, Usman and Muhammad. And if I will ask you the question, let's see if you could tell, for example, I don't know, or get experience about youth man and Sierra Leone. if I can ask you based on what we don't see truthful. What did you go tell about Sierra Leone younger people?
First of all, I would have to talk for say young people the way you train you picking, that's how you picking the turnout. And I think say people forget a clear definition about young people them. And over the years, where we they grow up, like the bad one in day and the good one in day.
Sure.
And I think say the way you train you picking, that's how you for waiting, that's how you for grow up. And I think say if we give the young people them the chance for showcase what we get, it creates a lot of change in this society. Sierra Leone gets 75% of its population as young people. So if then give we the opportunity for showcase what we get, I think say young people go be the better version of themselves tomorrow.
Alright, so based on what we don't see in terms of how people don't miss the definition of young people, you think say hope still there for me to change the narrative but how people don't conceive of possible young people inside Sierra Leone? Is there any hope?
I think there is hope.
Okay.
And as you over the years, this new governments that we've had over the years, they've brought lots of things for young people, and we've been able to showcase our talents over these years. Every single week, like for me, every single week I could get chance for showcase my talents. I could go online, people that follow me, and they see say developments do for young people them, and the governments to show I don't know how to call myself.
Alright, so thank you very much. Let me come to the ambassador. If what she do this to get to deal with girl picking them 100%, though it get to be balanced because we don't get from the side of Edochie. It always say this to something with one gender focused, but it cut across. So what about you? What do you go tell about young people then, Mohammed?
To be understanding, young people not the future. That's not the best definition.
And
there's no that definition from that.
Yeah.
So there is this quote where say, if you show me the young people that we call youth in your country, I'll tell you the future of your country. Let me say there is no that definition for young people than the future. Age not too young people. Young not count by age. You could be 19. Watch you work hard in a young man, in a youth. The youth not the mentality, not to the age they watch to.
Sure.
And that's what they call youth. And most of how may they say now, how the youth say to go. They give up. But we don't go outside and don't see how the outside world look like. The small education we have not able for attain out there. We they come for teaching and say this is this, and there is space for all of us, and there is still hope. So young people that's alone, they're well determined, they're hardworking. That's why that one I believe a lot, and I believe in them so much, and for say hope still live for them, and with the mentality way they get, talk with most of them. Of course, you don't go through that. We know, we understand what we they go through as young people, and we know so we are very hardworking.
Tambul, welcome again. The program that focus on children and you get on kids here, the 102.9 FM. Inside the program, we still get Edochie Abubakar Mansiri, we're the public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy. So before we round up and come to the topic of discussion, more we get for center around the theme of we'll say youth leading the way for sustainable development and talk about the particular program where they attend now, where if I can say months already done and the conference then at the doorstep. So Edochie, I will ask you the same question before we round them up. Is there any hope based on our people on the passive youth or young people inside Sierra Leone? Hope there for young people inside Sierra Leone?
Well, just like we said, two brothers don't say, there is hope. You understand? Over the last couple of years, we don't see different U-turn. We don't see different output of young people in Sierra Leone. We don't see how young people they don't action themselves for change. And when I say change, I don't mean all sort of change, but I mean the sustainable development change. We don't see over the years how young people they get the awareness. You get the point. So now, if you take a look, when violence is being perpetrated, you understand, say, now it's just a handful of young people we lack the expertise. Now then the fall short of them thing they do. But I tell you what, the one thing where they say there is hope. Young people, they don't get the mindset now for creating lots of these peer pressure groups. You understand? And these peer pressure groups, one aim or one advantage where you get enough for change and shape the mindset of young people. So when Mr. A gets an opportunity, people in the platform for Thrive. You understand? I can't today now because of you. You get the point? So this man Kaya so today now because of you, so you don't give it the platform. So that they tell you, say, we don't create a circle of young people, we're future oriented. We don't create a mindset of young people, we don't understand, say, me brain or my mindset, not for the devil, not to make the devil use them as a workshop. You understand? Nobody not able to toy with my mindset. Gone are the days when young people are easily placated. Gone are the days when young people are easily convinced into going into violence. I did tell you so, but there is hope, and the hope in long lasting. To be honest.
All right. Thank you very much. The voice again of Edochie Abubakar Mansege, the public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy. Well, for me, we can know more about the event, but before that, we got some music break way done for us by Steady Bongo with title Youthman. With that, we can know more about the upcoming program we're pending now.
Make we dey talk the truth. We have to honor if you come love. I dey sorry for the youth man them. System threat for the youth man today. Every day and night on the sofa. The youth want sleep no play. The youth man want eat no food. The youth want blood no bread. The youth man want buy no money. Them run for work. If I'm not there, you expecting for me. If them run for work. If I'm not there, you expecting for me. Electricity not a problem. It gon' make you no go easy for one car. Then don't forget about you. If you no get then you go pick up enemy. When you go find on the way to help you. Every day posting the bed you fish. No for nothing, how official. If you do that you don't get back. Then no one work, then they no more for well. If you no can work, how you expect for work? The youth then run for work. If work not there, how you expect for me? The youth then run for work. If work not there, how you expect for me?
All right. Really like this particular message because a lot of messages them day in Siam, and the program still continue. We're gonna focus on children. Me will begin come to Natili Unedation. Me your name Natine Kagbo. Inside the studio, we still get Edochie Abubakar Mansege. We're the public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy. Well, welcome again inside the program. We continue with the discussion, and I believe say Farm will go once for no more because I already don't talk, but say when I get a 3 days conference, we go begin soon. So for get more details, I wanna come about why now at this time, why it necessary. For make we know more, we go come over to Abubakar. Over to you. Tell me more about this conference.
All right. Thank you very much, Tenekawo. And we get a 3-day conference on and training on leadership, politics, and good governance. First things first, just like in my introductory speech, I say young people now them be the key drivers in the world, and so every aspect of sustainable development hangs squarely on the shoulders of young people. So the youth leadership and advocacy, the, total so on the first day. So this tell you say we get hope, and this tell you say young people their mindset don't become changed. So after we get this 100 young people, on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of September, when next month, we get for host them, we get for give them training, we get for this conference get for hold. Now for one, for change the dynamics, the political dynamics of this country. Now that make we get people where they come up from that particular sector. Lima Thompson, the Furby College lecturer, now the political department, political science department. Also, we they talk about good governance. We understand say there is no aspect of good governance if it not squarely come out from young people. You get the point? Because we make up just like what my brother say, so we make up the bulk of the population of Sierra Leone. But within a good governance, some people they begin to wonder, what is good governance? You get the point? So for change the mindset of young people, so we decided to get 100 young people for make them go witness we conference and we training on politics, good governance, and as well as leadership. Because I tell you what, we get 2 set of leadership we're lacking now, Sierra Leone and in the hearts of young people. One, we get the delegative, and the second, we get the assuming leadership. So for make young people that get to this training, now that make we decide, say, the executive director and host of the other team decide, say, we need to have this conference. We need to change the mindset of leaders. We don't have the leaders. You not a leader. Without a leader, somebody will get an organization. Now also leader, community leaders as well. Young people that will get these local government organizations now at community level. So now these are the sort of people that we and pick from among the plethora of young people that we apply. So we get to call them to a round table, let us have a discussion. But also the discussion can be made only with the presence of people that we knowledgeable in that particular field. If you understand, we get with flyers the way they make rounds currently on our social media. If you see all of the speakers that we put together, now people that we seasoned, people that we administrative, and people that we patriotic. We underline the word patriotic. You understand? So then people that they get for channel that responsibility for train 100 young people from across the political district of Sierra Leone. Did you get the point? The overall goal is to making sure that young people take up the mantra of responsibility we due them. The overall goal, now for let young people they understand within are the rubrics of leadership. The overall goal, now for let young people they understand, say they are not only needed when politics are around the corner or elections are around the corner, but for let young people they wear the suits of leadership, for let young people they become the driving forces of change. When at that now we key and we watchword. So now that make this conference get for hold on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
And I believe say this is a great opportunity for everybody. The opportunity for be parts of them on the people, and we at the end of the day when I select
That are very good questions. And over the course of days and weeks, we don't get too many people where they say we say I apply but will not shortlist me. As I tell you, every program they gear towards an agenda, and every agenda gets a clear-cut policies. So what do? We say we're giving this opportunity to 100 young people in Sierra Leone. Just like what I tell you in me from the outset, I say we get 400 people. So what do? We set up a committee for handpick the people then for select these 100 young people. First things first, we know say Sierra Leone a gender sensitive country. So what do? And we know say as much as young men that need this opportunity, also young women that need this opportunity. So what do? We shape the number, say let this committee select 50 girls or 50 ladies with leaders we get change, we don't drive change, you understand? Tena, you are one of the beneficiaries, true or false? Fine. So we select you not because we know you, we select you because we know what you to represent, we select you because you are a voice, you understand? So we went in for voices. All of them were voices, but we decided to no, we're not going to create a platform for all of these people. Let we select 100 among these people. So what did we do? We selected 50 young girls and 50 young guys. You understand? So this is how balanced we've been there for the selection process. So if you watch out for the flyers where they make the rounds, also for we participants, you go understand. Say women then take 50% of the number we will require. So now these are some of the reasons and why we know we go in for everybody. But again, we don't put them, we don't archive all of the people that we apply. For subsequent programs, we're going to wait and we do. But for now, we budget and we focus now for 100 people and we're not going to cater for above 100 people.
Right.
Yeah.
Your voice alone speaks of hope na salon for young people. Right. This is a great opportunity indeed, and I believe say each and everybody we could be part of this program go learn, but not only for your own selfish gain, but at the end of the day, you go learn something when you come back now your community waiting something where you go implement or make others around you go be benefits from that. All right. So like why 3 days? Why not one? I said we don't get 1 day conference, go no more commodity. So why 3 days?
It's that a very good questions. Yeah, a very good question, Tene. So why 3 days? The first day give us around the conference, the opening of the conference. You understand, say for let we enhance young people their participation in politics, and also for make we inculcate the spirit of leadership in young people. We're not gonna be happening inside just a day. True or false? So if you want to increase young man and participation in politics, and also you want for the young people that affects change, you need to give them the platform. One of the reasons why we don't miss the target now, because we just set a platform for 30 minutes, and you're not going to change somebody's mindset for 30 minutes. You need to give them the time. You understand? You need to create the ecosystem where the person also go understand, learn, and also go implement. So the first day, we're at the 1st of September, we're at Thursday, we get forget the conference, and the second day, we now the 2nd of September, we now on a Friday, we get to get the training. So we get to get trainers of trainees, the TOTs, we just like I say, seasoned people. Yeah. So the third day, the most important day, where we get to get the civic engagement in a community level. You know, ask me that question, but I think it is very key. We send the message out to people. The third day we get for engage in civic participation na community level. You know, say we can begin the registration process in Sierra Leone, and that is very key. It is of the essence. So which we organization do, all the participants we apply, we go for shape them into 3 blocks. We get the eastern blocks, we get the central block, and also we get the western block. So they go for go into communities and try as hard as possible for talk to young people them for make them take up the responsibility for become patriotic citizens and peaceful citizens as well. For preach to them say this not the right, and also they need for grab the opportunity. So these are the 3 days. We not just get for able to do just 1 day conference. We will not see the positive feedback. So we get to get the first day and shape the mindset of young people. The second day we also get to give the participant then the opportunity for you will learn from also waiting that don't learn on the first day. And the third day as well, not the same thing. So now that make we say 3 days.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Fambul, we go come over to you again. Maybe one go take and say, well, these not people we get money or waiting, but not really no say. Some of them things they are so it go with challenges, but it only deal with endurance and how passionate on a day for achieve something at the end of the day. Well, we go come, I believe say that goes serve as a motivational something for people. Say yes, when you want to achieve something, you will come about this, but it only left with you for me to do this and this. Thank you very much. That now be the voice of Edochie Abubakar Mansiri, now the public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy. So we can come over to Muhammad and that of Usman. Now we see August 10 meeting may happen at the end of the day. Now President will launch the committee, but the discussion again where they go around of young people say now then say now we now the people them will be most involved for this thing will happen. But why at the end of the day then set up this committee we not see any young person like within the committee with themselves? So like another question we I be ask many people say we don't ask we self say if any side we are in like would they get some wrong way lead to this, meaning things and the way we don't involve with essentially we mean something and they when something can come up then they know they think about we need to ask we some of them questions and they and shape we own life. So I will come over to you Usman. In terms of involvement, what are some of the possible things that we think young people for will think but now we at the end of the day when it comes to developmental issue like people in authority going to think about we?
I think say in the past months, I don't think say the young people they really give you the platform for do within we could be for make sure it's alone better. I think say if they put more attention by we, I think say better thing they for come out of Sierra Leone in the near future. Therefore, give we much attention and give you the platform for showcase what we get, and by that I mean young people.
Platform.
Indeed, and maybe in the next 30 or 40 years, we will be the ones that will be in Sierra Leone, and I think if we are given the opportunity to showcase.
Things that we supposed for the way at the ending of the day it points out towards change inside Sierra Leone.
I think so for be patriotic citizen than one, and I think so for make sure say they create change among other people them, and I think so if I walk through that.
Like also yes. How you gonna create a change? Which are the things that we like you to do?
No, like me.
Like spells out a change.
I post news every single day and I want yes. I make people very very aware about the world where they live in, and every single day I get to broadcast entertainment inside that program. They help people and for make people all able to understand about this complicated world they live in. And at the team every single day. Yes.
So I want me to talk about your behavior again. It's not the behavior where the party where they talk about change. Your behavior where somebody go see you say yes, this is a young person, Usman, na Sierra Leone, this and this and this I don't learn, you know. Because behavior is very much important. Okay, I will come over to you. Muhammad. We talk about young people in Sierra Leone. We don't say attention not given to we, but at times maybe talk to myself again. Say me as young somebody, I get a responsibility. So what's a responsibility as a young person? What do you think say that my responsibility role for play towards national development inside Sierra Leone?
Well, my responsibility now for bringing change, positive change to a nation.
Okay.
As a young man, for working in that direction we are in. I get me your idea. No, everybody we God creates, He put something inside you. I like fruit small so they get seed inside, no matter the size. So everybody gets seed. Therefore discover that seed day as young people. That's now one of the ways that we do for income change. We know they say this all it's in government for do for me this, that. What you don't do for the government, so the government will do for you this. And this is not the point, you know, they get clear. Governments they come from us say any sort of leaders there. And that's not the goal. The goal is do something, be creative. The world we live in today, that creativity gets and right now this 2030, according to the United Nations, they get an foundation, they get a prophecy that by 2030 most of the youths in Africa forget to decent job. How? They use technology, train the youths them, African countries they do. So now we expect to leaders them for cover that opportunity for we. Instead of for the use we for the do bad to the nation. Because whatever we do, ourselves will affect. And according to what is the thing we get for you sustainable development. This means that you people get for work today or not for compromise to make a future for begin them because if we destroy everything today, we still go enjoy tomorrow. So like the mentality for day, when you do something today, we did also today we talk because of routine, the life we choose yesterday's
Sure.
back years. If I say I still don't know for the smoke kush, and not for the other like today.
Sure.
I've don't lost a lot today, I've don't die safe now. Only God knows. So you see, the mentality can come everything as young people. All the time when they say this. But move good again, consult with thing we safe. Think, and think alone before you do every other thing as young people. So young people we get a lot for offer for the nation. But like you say, Abra, forget we don't born meet this. So if you don't born meet you know for die left. If you die for left something new. If I will die as a celebrity as a hero, they say this person here, they don't live. There's a difference between live and exist. You get the point. Exist is just campus. Don't forget about it. Somebody they don't live, they celebrate you when you die. We get so many in the Bible, they do something for the nation. And even the Bible says now we're young for work. Think. How are you safe? The good thing about everything now, life is simple. So now you work very hard. At least most try for work smart. That you go see the difference. There's the difference between working hard and working smart. Working hard, you go work hard for the day. At the end, as they come out, all fall back, say, I don't work say from money to next, all don't well. But when you work smart, there is a plan. There is a target.
Right. Something wrong too. Soon we will begin talk about election, and I'm very much happy with it. Inside Sierra Leone.
Big responsibility. With others not be the same. Again, what we call moral principle. So moral principle are guidelines the way they guide you through life. So my moral principle different from your own different from what I own. So this all depends to how they raise we and what we value in our life. So with moral principle level we get, at least if you know say some youth don't glad now say election they can make money. You know can see me at the work. You can't tell me say you can't talk to me say for me say first now work. Me for me meet up now but talk to the phone. For me give me contact now work. So there's space not for me politician can use me. Okay. Space not there. Now they can begin make workshop, politicians they can make youth empowerment, old banner. That's not to the goal. The goal is after this, for just election number you wait for as a youth, that's not to youth. You get the old man mentality. Good. So now the goal simple. They put some survey the land. If you want for help you, they can make fun of gala, play football, chill. At the end of the day, the full get for done. That now for the meantime, you not get nothing at the aid. Where you go for meter for work? Put the land. There is no way you go get something that now we not land, we not people for get work. So that now the goal right now, youth for focus on empowering themselves, self-empowerment, they go to a long way.
Right, thank you very much. Well, Mohammed, not we say now your responsibility as youth for all left for Gunatrit, and I believe so we don't land inside the studio today. Inside the program we still get Edochi Abubakar Mansaye, we are the public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy. And we don't talk about the program and we go continue again. To get on Kids Radio 102.9 FM and the main now presenter for today, Tenekago. This one say talk the two.
Self parent rule no spoil friend, so we go talk the truth. Una no vex so we na pikin dem and we want for see the future comot fine for we. If una like we the pikin dem and want for make we country comot fine, una go do wetin right. Una go pull and comot from violence and corruption. That want na you no more for it go affect the future for we the pikin dem. With one voice we the pikin dem dey say,
Do the right thing, make the future bright for we the pikin dem.
Pass up. Well, up. Okay.
WhatsApp forum and some don't send an inbox. The Now continue for send and to the number again 0315942 0315942. Now the number that way you call and be part of the program. So we go come to the theme where they use for this particular where they talk about sustainable development, and we go come over to Abu Bakar again. The theme say youth leading the way for sustainable development. Well, before I draft question for this, make family understand like the meaning of this particular theme.
All right. All right, and I thank you very much. So I of course, in the opening, I also state why the sustainable development. You know, in 2015, all United Nations countries come together and do a ratification. It set up an agenda for 2030. We're in at the 17 SDGs, 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So basically, in all of the goals, you talk about education, you talk about good working order, you talk about energy, you talk about climate change, you talk about inequalities in the communities. So all of this puts together the 17 goals. So what do we say? We theme this year the youth leading the way for sustainable development. We want young people, you understand? And as you know, say when it comes to young people, United Nations are one of the key development partners in that particular sector. So we say youth leading the way for sustainable development because we want young people then for action themselves. For first things first, for understand within the sustainable development goals, the goals that we by 2030, when the agenda, when the set aside route for the agenda, say by 2030, all of these goals must have been met. All of these goals must have been scored by young people themselves. So we say let young people that come together, make them first things first, make them understand within the goals, quality education, quality work. Puts together. We want young people to this is the message, you understand? So we select this because we think say every government or every sober institution they try as hard as possible for promote one of the sustainable development goals as ratified by United Nations. So what do we say? Let young people come together now. Let them action themselves for make them able to help the world and make the world become a better place. So that make we have education is key, just like what my brother be say. A young young people leading the way for sustainable development.
All right, another thing again we want to remind, mostly when somebody can do conference or something educative and say this now party picking them money day, we then call day. So I would like for make you take me to waiting it take for youth leadership and advocacy for make on a day like at this stage where on a day so right now.
We fruition in 2020. That was yes, we don't get a lot of calls. We don't get a lot of preemptive measures where people then they say, these guys then get money for stage a conference for 3 days. For stage a conference, we get 100 people. Now money not involved, but they tell you for free. The executive director is one somebody a powerful young man. We believe in the spirit of networking. We believe in the spirit of getting things done, with or without money. But yeah, of course, we get support from key organizations. We no go deny that particular fact. But money is not everything. It go surprise you for no say the 3 days we just be one host this event for 2 days. There was practically no hope. You understand? But through the fight and through the grace of God, we say, okay, now we don't tell the people that say it is going to last for 3 days, so let me try as hard as possible make a compliment. Now only God know which we executive director do for make this thing come into existence, for make the Tigi they come into fruition. You understand? So it's not only about money. You get the point? The speakers we invite, the TOTs, the trainers of trainees, the people that we invite, you go expect we go pay Joseph Kefala, the elder brother of Anti-Corruption Commission. You go content, we go leadership, we get the assume and we get the delegative. Or will see young people that they do the delegative and forget to the assume in leadership sector. You understand?
For today when and advocacy.
No fussing and fighting, we know no burning and looting, but now I see so much destruction. Some of them are coma, some of them are coma, some of them are coma. We have to tell them the fact.
We all Naturalians, we are one family, but we all get salute first.
Solution to them are wicked intention, and when we need it, just a love injection, just love injection.
Alright, fanboy, welcome back. And salon today, not a salon yesterday. Well, we make another salon we all want. We at the end of the day, everybody go get something out of not only we now, we present generation, but generation yet unborn go. Okay, are we go able to be part of the conference? Somebody they ask, are we able to be part of the conference?
Well, Egole will be part of the conference if we, for now. especially the young populace, say we don't close on application. But all the people that we apply we will not take. Just like I say, we don't archive the names and information. Subsequently, we get back to them for subsequent programs. But for now, we're close on getting new applicants.
Thank you very much. I believe you don't get some down, and this one to say for mix. All right, thank you very much indeed, caller, and the last one from the inbox before I come now with WhatsApp forum. This one to say, how can I the same? How can I be part? So, and I believe say the already don't answer. And this one now with WhatsApp forum to say, thank you very much, guys, for such a program. It was really inspiring. All right, Ibrahim Jones. And from the list, the messages them way come in. But the left family with something, and I will begin talk in terms of want to open for partnership or sponsorship, or in terms of the program, the delegates, and when I get message for anybody. So over to you, Edochie.
All right. Well, in short or in brevity, I can like for say, yes, the youth leader. We not select this particular time for make them like the Facebook page and let them keep abreast. Just like with my ambassador talk, you get for be useful in a society, and you get for be purposeful as for in a society. So till we meet again, me and Mansari Abubakar Edochie. I serve as a public relations manager for youth leadership and advocacy.
All right, thank you very much, Edochie, the PR person for youth leadership and advocacy. Plenty thank you for where you joined me inside the studio today. And over to you, Usman. You got a message for we family?
I want to tell me company young man them for say education are the key where we go use for change the future next tomorrow. And I want to tell out and say the leaders them with the young people in Boku both we form we go able for do
and I know good self people them you age, but it really prove because such discussion.
Final message, of course, the discussion about young people and sustainable development. So whatever they do, come.
Get Edochie Abubakar Mansege, we the public relations manager for youth leadership. Get short sports messages them will be day.